Hey, 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 aloha, everybody. How you doing? I press start broadcast the instant I realized I need to put a little bit of cream in my coffee, so 30 seconds. Be right back. Whoa, and we're back. That wasn't too bad. How you doing? Good, good. It's been an awesome week. Thank you for asking. Last week, I spent the majority of my time on the amazing Hawaiian island of #Maui with my lovely wife, Bridget. And that'll be the main topic of conversation. And then segueing into how I lost my GoPro on this incredible trip, segueing into the unboxing of my brand new Hero 4, which arrived in the mail yesterday. So Maui, those of you who haven't been there, is one of the most magical places I've ever been. I've been to a couple places, and this is a really, really special one. Each time that we're there, this is one of my leis. I have 5 or 6 leis now. There's the flower kind of lei, which I think people are more familiar with, and then there's this big kind of bead lei, which I think is pretty awesome. So this is kind of my Maui bling. I'm gonna represent Hawaiian style this vlog. You know how I do it, keeping it real. Anyway, little tiny chain of islands out in the middle of what I would call nowhere. Out in the middle of the ocean, the very middle of the ocean. And that's actually something that came up several times when I told people, oh yeah, I went to Maui last week, it was fantastic. And they said, oh, how long of a flight is that? I said, about 5 hours, straight shot from LA, you take off. Really, you take off in the morning, you can be there by noon, aloha on the beach by lunch, and it's easy to get there from the West Coast. But I noticed that people have a little bit of trepidation thinking about flying over the, half of the Pacific Ocean. Which, hey, I totally feel that. I totally understand worries there. But don't worry. If you already live in LA and you're worried about dying in a plane crash, you have your statistics wrong. So don't worry. Go to Maui. Relax. It's worth it. Anyway, we got there. We landed. Immediately rented a car, which is the way to do it. You want to be able to get hither and yon. And it's not a huge place, but there's a lot to see and there's a lot to cover. And a rental car is the way to go. So we had a rental car for the whole time, and we immediately drove the legendary, windy, amazing road to Hana. Hana is a place, and the road to get there is a journey in and of itself. Something like, I'm going to screw up my numbers here, something like 65 bridges. Most of those are single lane bridges. So you're constantly, wheeling to traffic and navigating, and over 600 turns, and some of those are very, very, very tight turns. So the road itself commands all of the driver's attention. It's very beautiful. If you're a passenger, it's just incredible, I'm sure. But there's all these places to pull over, these amazing fruit stands. We bought banana bread at the fruit stands. You buy fruit there, obviously. All these organic farms on the way to Hana. It just gets more and more beautiful. These waterfalls cascading through this really lush environment. Huge swaths of bamboo forest. Like, you pull over and you go into these bamboo labyrinths, these forests. It's incredible. But once you get to Hana, and we stayed at Travasa, that's Travaasa, Travasa Hana. Once we got there, it was like relaxation station to the max. It's just an amazing place to unwind. It's extremely natural. It's extremely slow paced. It's very, very, very beautiful. So I was there working with Maui Visitor Bureau, who I've worked with in the past a few years ago, that actually hosted Bridget and I for a week a few years ago. And I was working with them to shoot a series of videos called 3 Awesome Locals, which is a travel video travel video series that I'm kind of working on getting some momentum behind. That essentially each video is about 3 minutes long. Each video follows a different local, and each local has a different passion point. So I'm just going to look at something real quick here. Each local has a different a different vibe, a different, you know, somebody specializes in culinary, somebody specializes in adventure, somebody specializes in culture. So, oh shit, don't do that. Okay. I did that last vlog. I made that mistake. Won't do it again, sorry. So yeah, I spent time 3 consecutive days with 3 awesome locals, and we're gonna make a 3-minute video out of each of those days, following those people. The first person was this amazing local. Her name was Mapuana, and we made a lei together. We gathered the gardens throughout the Hana grounds. We gathered the flowers throughout the garden of the Hana grounds, which is itself one giant garden. And we sat in the sunlight underneath this gigantic banyan tree, and we made leis, and we talked story, and we talked about her history and her love for Hana. So that was an incredible day. Second, we spent time with a gentleman named Ian Cole at the Kahanu Gardens, and he is a steward of these breadfruit trees, which is part of the canoe crops that the Polynesians brought over from Maui. Super important cultural food staple for the first Maui people, first Hawaiians, but making a comeback now. Super versatile food, super yummy. So we talked about breadfruit with him. We saw the, you know, we cooked it, we ate it, we walked the grounds. It was just gorgeous. It was just an awesome place to be. It's also the site of the National Botanical Gardens, so there's a lot to really take in there. Third local being is Chef Isaac Bancako from Ka'ana Kitchen in Andaz Resort, the 2014 Maui Chef of the Year. This dude is a badass. He's super cool. We drove around all day with him, went up to the farms, Kula County Farms, and picked out a whole bunch of organic, yummy, local grown fruits, veggies, some squash, things like that. And then we went back to his kitchen at Kahana Kitchen and filmed him cooking it all up. So it was like this from farm to plate to mouth awesomeness. So those are the 3 locals we hung out with, and it was rad. I love my job, but I love being able to meet so many cool people so much of the time, and be creative. You know, it's one thing to be able to be creative individually, but for me, it takes it to a whole nother level when you're interacting with people that are super passionate, that are at the top of their game, that are, you know, really connected to their community and their culture, and they're very creative. So to be kind of riffing off them and my creativity being spurned and creating travel media around people that are of that nature is my favorite thing to do, and I feel super blessed that I get to do it. How did I lose my GoPro? So Mapuana, who we were making the leis with, she's a total badass too. We were sitting down on this beautiful experience, making these leis, these flower necklaces, and then we went on an outrigger canoe excursion in Hana Bay. So it's like jumped right and drove down to the bay. Had my GoPro. It was on one of these, this isn't the one I lost, obviously. It was on one of these extendable poles, except it was a different one. And I had it tucked into my life vest. And we were in this outrigger canoe adventure. The seas were kind of high. We're paddling into the ocean. Bridget was there. She'll tell you, if you see us, we'll tell you. It was just this incredible. It has the outrigger off the side, the buoy that kind of keeps it stable. And it was us and Mapuana was in the front, and this other dude, Jerry or somebody, and we were just paddling in the sea, and it was incredible, and just the light was perfect, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be the perfect kind of juxtaposition to show Mapuana. For this is from Mapuana's video from Hana, and I was thinking, wow, go from lei making to paddling these big, beautiful blue seas. This is just going to show her in 2 totally different lights. Her kind of cultural stoke and her, you know, a different side of her personality. So I was excited for the footage. I was excited for what I was going to bring to the video. And I was just stoked because to shoot GoPro video makes me I just get giddy. It's like my favorite thing to do, especially when I know it's turning out well. Anyway, I have it tucked in my life jacket. It should have been in the bottom of the canoe. I had it tucked in my life jacket. And this is no pleasure cruise. We're paddling fast. The seas were high, the waves were high, the prow was lifting up, slapping back down. We're doing it. And I didn't notice until a few seconds after that I had knocked my GoPro out of the canoe, and it had a floaty back on it, but it also has some of this other crap attached to it. So the dude in the very back of the canoe was like, oh, GoPro. And I turned around, oh my God, There it is. I see the floaty back. So my mind goes, oh, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And then I see it go, bloop, bloop, bloop. I think this thing like filled with water or something happened. And it just started to sink kind of slowly, but quickly. The canoe, and I had this panic moment. I'm sitting there with the life jacket. I'm feeling like a total dork. I don't know what to do. My jaw's open. And the moment where I could have leapt out like a ninja, dove in and got it, came and went. And then I dove in the next moment where I couldn't see it anymore. And it was awful. I'd never really lost a GoPro in that manner. What sucked is that that's the second GoPro that I lost in that week. I'm pretty sure a valet attendant somewhere in LA yanked my other one. I don't want to besmirch the good name of the valet attendants who are serving us day in and day out in this beautiful city of Los Angeles. However, I had one in my car, and now I don't. That's probably my bad. I can't prove it, but it's gone. So that was the one that sank, was the second GoPro I had lost in a week. So I was super bummed. I kind of got into a funk the rest of that day. I was like, nah, who cares about Maui? My GoPro gone. And I was like, the SD card was at least $50. And I was like, oh, I don't even know how much footage was on there that I didn't download. I just got all funky. Like, I totally forgot that I was in paradise. I totally forgot I was with my wife and best friend. I totally forgot that I'm still in a canoe having an amazing adventure, but I was so hung up and twisted about the footage and the GoPro and stuff like that it actually gave me a lot of pause. And it made me kind of self-reflective because it put me in kind of such a funk and such a tantrum. I was like, dude, what does it say about you that you can't enjoy an amazing once-in-a-lifetime outrigger canoe experience because you can't take footage of it? So it kind of gave me some pause, maybe take a step back. And then I drove to the Walmart on Maui and bought this that night because I wasn't sure if I'd need a GoPro for the rest of the trip. And Walmart is one of the few places I could find one that, yeah, didn't end up using it though. Glad I had it. Anywho, moving right along. Yeah, 2 GoPros lost in 1 week. That's a bummer, major bummer. Watching one sink to the bottom of the ocean, major bummer. We went back and grabbed our masks and then went and looked for it, but it was a total, it was not going to happen. It was a waste of time. But I got an email that day, that very day. So I get out of the canoe. I go back to the hotel, which Travasa Hana is extremely relaxing, and they don't have Wi-Fi. In the rooms purposefully. So you have to relax and enjoy things like the sunrise and each other's company. It's crazy, I know, but it's actually pretty awesome. So I was on my cell phone. I checked it because there's no Wi-Fi in the room. And I see that my contact at GoPro, I'm a part of the GoPro Artists Program, licensed some footage with them, and said, hey, Josh, basically the gist is, you're awesome. We're going to send you a Hero 4 in the mail for free to your apartment. And I got this email 20 minutes after my GoPro sank to the bottom of the bay. So I was like, dear GoPro, dear my friends at GoPro, this could not come at a better time. So they sent me this bad boy. And I could not be happier to get this in the mail. And you know what? If that means that I have to sacrifice a GoPro to the bottom of the ocean, if that means I need to sacrifice a GoPro to a valet attendant to get my new Hero 4, well then, so be it. Let's unbox this bad boy. Drum roll, slip copy. All right, so it comes in the standard kind of GoPro box that we're all used to. Nice, beautiful from the outside. I noticed a couple of little differences. The screen looks different. I don't know. I like what they've done with the brushed steel buttons. I know maybe that's not new to the Hero 4, but that's newish to the Hero series. I like that a lot. Just looks aesthetically more pleasing. So I'm going to go ahead and open this bad boy up. They're kind of difficult. If I remember, the GoPros are not super easy to open. No. I might have to get out like a pocket knife or something. Okay. Has all the specs on the box, so you can get really stoked. I've never used the super view setting, ultra mega wide image capture. I'm stoked about that. Now let's just rip into this motherfucker. All right. Looks like I can't return it. All right, then you pull the little tag here. Whee! New GoPro. I already know. I got a couple of videos I want to shoot this week. Got a couple projects. Oh, the top comes right off. I don't know if this has any use. If you have any uses for this, leave it in the comments. Maybe it's a fish aquarium. Maybe I could put my new beta in there or something. I don't know. Let's save that. All right. Cool little inner box. Oh, it has instructions. It's like, Josh, can you follow these instructions? Oh, okay, that's easy. You just unclip it. Duh. All right, so here's the GoPro itself. I'm going to compare it with the 3 white that I bought in Maui. Hero4. What I was saying, the difference is those little lines on the screen. You'll see that the Hero3 doesn't have those. What are the differences? The screen seems to be bigger, but that could be an illusion because they've put a black border around it. Let me see here. That's all I can tell from visually. Okay, cool. So here's the GoPro. I'm just gonna set it right here for a sec. What comes with it is okay, so the top pops up. That's handy. I feel like they've kind of taken a cue from the Apple school of good design, and of course they send you your GoPro stickers, of which I have many. So I'm just gonna wear that as a name tag. Instructions, warranty, disclaimers, things in other languages. The gear they send you with, or your initial starter kit with the Hero4, is as follows. Box is empty. USB cord, of which you have many. There's one more. You get a battery. Probably not fully charged, but I'm not sure. We're gonna find out here in a second. You get a back door that is open. So the back door that it comes with is waterproof up to 131 feet, I believe. And this back door is open, so you can record audio. There's the misconception that GoPro has really, really low quality audio. I don't find that to be the case. It's not as good as, a lot of things, but I don't think it's as low quality as people seem to think it is. So here's a back door in case you want to capture some sound and you're not going to be submitting your GoPro to water and or the elements. And it comes with 2. This is pretty standard. I feel like they haven't deviated from what's been offered with the GoPro in the box for the last few models maybe, but it comes with 2 sticky pads. And the camera, you see here, it's kind of just like a clippy clip. The camera slides, if you know how to do it, slides right in there. And you can stick these to your helmet. I have several on my bike helmet. You can stick them to things that you don't want to hurt, because this adhesive is super powerful, so it could tear the paint off stuff. There are special mounts, like if you want to put it on your car, don't put this on your car. Use the suction cup, by the suction cup. Or if you want to put this on your, mandolin, don't put this on your mandolin. Get the instrument mount. These are for helmets and things that you don't mind kind of getting really, really, really stuck to. But they are super sticky. I've used them a bunch of times, and I have a whole bunch of these, so that's cool. And the 2 they send you are slightly different. You see, one is flat and one has a curve to it in case you're putting on a slightly curved surface, such as the top of the helmet. And the last thing, it comes with this little vibrational dude that kind of, you're like, why is this? This kind of fits over the top of some of the features on top to further kind of protect it from vibrations. If you're going to high speeds, high wind speeds, if you're on a motorcycle, this is going to cut down on jiggle and shake and stuff like that. And it comes with 2 little mounty guys. This is your little, I consider these the Tinker toys of the GoPro world, the Lincoln Logs of the GoPro world. All of these little things can be fitted together to create, you know, the mount, whatever mount it necessitates, you necessitate. And then there's this little backwards guy, which I don't really use very much. I'm always trying to figure out what to do with this, but that's what it comes with. All right. What it doesn't come with, what you're immediately, so you're going to go, oh my God, I'm so stoked. I got my Hero 4, you guys. I'm so happy. What do? Let's shoot some video. And then you open it up. All right. Oh, okay. Here's something that's changed. The battery door's changed. Ooh, this is exciting. So now the battery door is on the bottom. On the old GoPro, it was on the back. Now it's on the bottom. And it looks like you just kind of, oh, that's much easier. Wow. They really improved on this design. Look at this. Bing, bang, boom. The old GoPro, I mean, I swear to God, I'd like peel it open with my fingernail. Here, I'll just show you. Since turns out we're doing a little comparison video as well. Here's my Hero 3 white. And the way that you had to get the batteries out of the old GoPro is on the back. And you had to pry it there with your fingernail. See, that's open. Then you kind of got to go shake it out, bang it, and get your other fingernail in there. And like, I'm really trying here. I'm not putting on theatrics. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, then you get it open. So I'm really stoked that they, and you think like, oh, it's just the battery door. What's the big deal? It's, you know, deal with it. But you open up that battery door quite a bit. And when it's that annoying to get it open, it's a real pain in the ass. So that's a change they made in the Hero 4. Check it out. Battery goes in from the bottom. That's awesome. Oh, okay, different kind of battery, different shaped battery at least. And bing, bang, boom. Wow, like a real camera. Thank you, GoPro, for making it like a real camera. Cool, I see a new button on the side there that is a like a settings button, the wrench, the universal symbol for settings. On the side here, on the other side is how you access your panel for the SD card and for the USB cables. One thing I was hoping that they do with this thing is I lose these immediately. They're gone. So this guy is exposed pretty much for the duration of the time that I have the GoPro, and gunk gets in there and it's just not good for it. So I had hoped that they were going to make this attachable, like a little flappy there, so you don't lose this guy. This little suggestion box item there for you. So the one thing that you absolutely need right away that you're not going to have when this thing comes out of the box is a storage device to put your awesome life onto it, your photos and your video. So you need one of these little friggin' microscopic SD cards, the micro SD card. This is a 16 gig one, which is just kind of an extra one I have lying around. That is not gonna cut it. You want to grab a 64 gig. Oops, that's the battery. SD card goes inside. You want to buy one of those SD Extreme 64 gig cards, or as big as you can get, because if you got the Hero 4, you have 4K. That's 4,000 lines of resolution, 4K capabilities, and these files are going to be ginormous. So get yourself a giant SD card, as big as you can afford. You know, drop that 50, 60, 70 bucks on a rugged, and get one of the rugged, the Extreme SanDisk ones. Just do a little Google, you'll see. So to turn it on, one of the things that they've changed, they've labeled this. No, that's the same. Don't listen to me, I'm a liar. Turn it on, hold down that mode button. Bing, the battery is charged. The battery is 2/3 of the way charged. So mine came 2/3 of the way charged. You see there's already 2 files on this SD card, but I have not shot anything with the GoPro. Oh, so it still remains that to record, you press this top button, but to navigate through your menus, you press this button, the one on the front. And it looks like the menu is a little more clear. It's one thing that, you know, multi-shot. So a lot of the menu looks the same. Oh, okay. So there actually looks like there's changes to the setup menu. Sorry, I'm totally getting absorbed in this. Let's shoot some video. Yay! So I have one act. Oh, okay. It's gonna take me a few minutes to get this. So the first thing I want to shoot this week with my new Hero 4 is I want to go to my favorite local coffee shop where the baristas are incredible and they do this amazing coffee art. And if you're at a really nice cafe, if you're at a good coffee shop where they're making amazing lattes and stuff, the machine itself, the chrome of the espresso machine, all of the different parts in the shop, the glasses, all have this amazing photographic quality to it. And this coffee shop is amazing. So the first thing I'm going to shoot with this Hero 4 after I get done making this clip with you guys is that I'm going to go and do like a badass latte art coffee video. Just have fun with it. But so this is going to be the first clip I shoot with the Hero 4. I know, it's pretty amazing. Can I get a countdown? 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Wow, it's like a two-way mirror. It's recording me, recording myself, talking to myself in an empty room to YouTube. Welcome to the future, or just the present. Or I guess it's like, welcome to the future. I can talk to myself in the future because I'm going to look at this in the future, and oh my God, I can leave a message for myself. Josh, I'll think of something important to say later. Josh, you're doing fine. Future Josh, you're doing great. Keep it up, bro. You could do more yoga, and you need to floss, man. They've been telling you this your whole life, but it's time to start flossing and get serious about your yoga practice. Okay, Josh? All right. Peace out. Yeah, I'm just going to erase that. All right, guys, that's the vlog. I don't want to ramble any longer because I said I'd be a half hour, and it's 25 minutes, so we're going to cut it short. We're gonna finish early. I like that. Oh, and GoPro sent me my old GoPro sent me floated to the bottom of the ocean, sank to the bottom of the ocean, so they sent me a new floaty. Thanks, GoPro. And thank you. My name's Josh. You are my friends at Joshy Washington. That's one word, Joshy with a Y, Washington, on Instagram and Twitter. Like it matters. Let's just keep it real. It's a super sunny day. I think I'm going to go out and enjoy some of it and do some free riding in the park. I'm gonna write by hand. My laptop, I'm on my iMac right now. My laptop is at the Apple store being worked on. So I'm going to write in the park with my notebook by hand, just like the old days, like grandma used to make. See you guys.